Shalom, Akim. My name's Carl. Y'all, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our elders and apostles who rule Great Millstone well. And shalom to all you Akim pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the whole earth. May you all endure into the end. Shalom. I'm going to start with 2 Samuel. Well, let me give you what drawn me to this, the inspiration of this, of course, through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. This morning before work, I was doing a sit down, and there was a deer that ran right behind my truck, a male buck. Okay, it was an old one, it was a young one, and what shocked me is I'm in the middle of the city, you know, and then where he ran, there was no exit for him, and then I never seen him again, like coming out to find another place to go. So it kind of took me back by surprise. It kind of caught my attention. And so through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because while I'm at work, I'm allowed to listen to the headphones. So I do a lot of listening to the scriptures and the brothers' videos and the elders. But it jumped on my spirit to look up what a deer meant in the scripts. And so when I looked at it, I found out it was a clean animal. So that was a good point. But then also there's steadfootness, okay, is what it represents. How a deer is elegant and able to leap. A deer is able to handle the wooded areas with a lot of debris, rocks. You know, it's a sure-footed creature. Okay, it's a clean creature. And it's a sure-footed creature. And that's how we have to be in this truth. We have to be sure-footed. See, a deer he's a prey. So he's always looking for his enemies. He's always keeping an ear. Like us, we're watchmen. So we're supposed to be listening, watching, observing. That's part of being a watchman. That's what deers do. They watch, right? So that as soon as they get a hint of a predator, they're able to get out of there. They leap. So through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the Lord gave me this 2 Samuel, chapter 22, verse 25. Therefore, Yahweh hath recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to my cleanness in his eyesight. Right? And why are we seen blameless and clean before Yahweh? Because of Yahweh Shai. Verse 26, with the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful, and with the upright man thou wilt show thyself upright. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the forward thou wilt show thyself unsavory. So whatever you sow, you're gonna reap. All right. A lot of people like to try to call it karma, but it ain't got nothing to do with karma. It's actually what you sow, you reap, and that was a law put in place by Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Verse 28, and the afflicted people thou wilt save. Talking about the Israelite, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian. But thine eyes are upon the haughty, which is proud, that thou mayest bring them down. Talking about the Edomites, these other nations, and also the 2/3 of Israel. For thou art my lamp, O Yahweh, and Yahweh will lighten my darkness. Meaning with this truth you're able to see. Alright? If you're still in Christianity, you can't see. You're still in darkness. All right, if you're in another false doctrine, you're in darkness. If you're a Buddhist, you're in darkness. If you're in let's all come together, you're in darkness. You need to be sure-footed in this truth. You got to know what you worship. And that's why studying, especially the Hebrew, learning them, I'm not very efficient in it myself, but I know to a very beginner level of it. And I can tell you, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai is the true name of the Father and of the Son. Because of that it gave me sure-footedness when I was able to see it for myself, that is his name. Okay? And of course the angels, the Most High sends the angels to minister to you. And that's what allows you to get that revelation. And that's the light. That's the light, is you become awoke to reality, to what's the truth. For by thee I have run through a troop, by my power have I leaped over a wall. And just like we got spiritual power now at a small level, when the Lord gives us that faith to believe that we are an elect, to believe that he is our power and he is never going to leave us, that faith is going to come, though, through tribulation. Jacob's trouble is what that faith is going to be roused up to those turmoils. But when we get there, the spiritual power that we're going to get is greater than what Samson had, greater than what Solomon had. We're going to be given a whole nother level of spiritual power where we're going to be able to run through an army of men and not be harmed. Verse 30, for by thee I have run through a troop, by my power have I leaped over a wall. Just like a deer. What power is a deer? All these living creatures in the wild, nobody even knows about. You know, there's creatures that are born, you know, live their life and die without ever possibly seeing a human being. So it ain't us that makes these animals function. It's the Most High. He is that power of life. He is the power of death. He is the power of all. He's the creator of all. So, just like he sent the lion into Samson's path, he was also the same power that allowed Samson to rip that lion in half. All right? So that's the same thing as these Edomites and all these other heathens. He created them and put them in our path to chastise us, but he is also the power that's going to deliver them to us, for us to slaughter, to avenge our nation for the iniquity that they have done against our people. He's going to let us do it in a brilliant way. We ain't going to use guns. We ain't going to use knives. We're going to do it with a brilliant way that you can't even imagine, which is the spiritual powers. 31. Just as like Yahushua did when he wanted the fig from the fig tree, it have none, so he cursed it and it withered right before him, and the men were, you know, it amazed them. All right? That's the same thing, and that's the spiritual power that's going to be given over to the elect. You're going to be able to crush men with just your thought, with your word. And another thing I want to point out through the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that you're not going to get the spiritual powers and freak out because you don't know what's going on. The Most High is not the author of confusion. Your mind is going to be able to handle the spiritual powers. That's where the Spirit dwells. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to be like, you know, on X-Men they show Cyclops and he don't know how to control his powers. That's not how it's going to be. It says in a blink of an eye you're going to be changed. You see what I'm saying? So don't get all caught up in that falseness. No, the Most High he is not the author of confusion. If you get the spiritual power, it's only because your mind, where the Spirit dwells, is at that level. Okay, and that's what we're building up to. As for power, his way is perfect. The word of Yahweh is tried. He is a buckler to all them that trust in him. For who is power save Yahweh? So who's going to save Yahweh? He don't need nobody to save him. He's the one that does the saving. That's why he sent Yahushua to deliver the children of Israel. He don't need no saving. All right? He's the creator. He always has been and always will be. Hence his name, Yahweh. Yah, he, Hawa, exists. He who exists. Or he that exists, he's existence. He is everything. And who is a rock? Yahushua is. Save our power. Power is my strength. And power and he maketh my way perfect. And that's what I'm saying. If you ever see some of these wildlife movies or shows, they show you a lion chasing a gazelle, and a gazelle will be just hopping all over the place trying to get away from him. You know, who guides that gazelle's feet? Who guides, or hooves, I should say, who guides that lion? See? So it's all in the power and will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Verse 34, He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places, just like a deer. All right? Just like we got Colorado rams here, and they actually live on the side of the mountains. When you're driving up in the mountains, you'll see them, and it's like a straight cliff. And these rams will be actually walking on these little pieces of ledge that they have. They can walk all the way up and down, whatever. They're sitting sideways, going up and down, and this looks like a straight cliff, a straight sheer rock face. But the Most High gave, and it's even with the hooves, you think of them like tap shoes, make it more slippery for them, but they do very fine on those walls, on those rock walls. Why? Because the Most High put it in them. He's the one that guides their feet. He's the one that put it in them to dwell in that spot. So just like he did that, or just like the deer, like I said, I saw that deer, and that's what brought this through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This revelation of, you got to be sure-footed in this truth, man. You can't be iffy. You can't come in here second-guessing. You can't be a two-faced man, You want to be in the truth, but you don't want to be in the truth. You can't be proud either. That's talking about the pride too. The pride of Edomites think that they are God. And that's what happens to a lot of men. When they get this truth, the pride goes to their head. You have to have a humble, meek spirit. A chastened spirit. And that's what makes you sure-footed. Is all those successes of all those trials and errors, tribulations. When you get through them, that's what builds your faith. Like Moses, when they show him with the staff, what people don't understand about the staff is the staff was your record. They didn't use paper like we do now. All right? You'd have a staff, and you would notch the staff to remind you of certain occasions, like marking a calendar. So Moses' staff was his declaration of the faithfulness of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Meaning his faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai was only because of the things that he was brought through by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, being delivered over, given faith, because it's only a gift by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So 34, He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and where's the strongest legs of the animal? In the back. All right? The Most High makes us strong because He is our power. Yahweh Shai is the one that saves us, not us keeping the commandments. But that is the fruit of our work. You shall know them by their fruit. So we have to have fruit of our faith, because faith without works is dead. But you got to be sure-footed in this truth, man. Verse 35, He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. The strength. He gives us that strength to rip a lion in half. Thou hast also given me the shield of my salvation, which is faith, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, so that my feet did not slip. Just like I told you, they rams. There's animals. Nature is such a great teacher. But you're not supposed to worship it. But you could see the laws of the Most High being played out in nature, because everything in this whole world is commanded by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, who is not the author of confusion. So, brothers, if you have great zeal in this, anchor down and make yourself sure-footedness by studying, because as you study, you start to see the prophecies and truth. You see them in effect. That's what builds faith. All right? But with that, it's a gift, you know what I'm saying, from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai. So with that, I'm going to say all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our elders and apostles who rule Great Millstone Wow. And shalom to all you Akim pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the whole earth.